It's your boy Angelo Savage, man. We got some crazy, man. It seems like a 787 took off in India and then crashed. Everybody on board died, bro, but one person. Man, check out the video. Let's go.
In the meantime, we turn to the other major news this evening. The new video of that horrific crash, an Air India passenger jet just moments after taking off from the airport in Western India, bound for London. The first ever crash of a Boeing 787 Dreamliner in the air for only 30 seconds. At least 246 people killed. And tonight, the incredible story here of that lone survivor, the miracle in seat 11A.
Crazy.
Surveillance video showing the last moments of the flight about 30 seconds after liftoff, seeming to lose power. You can see the plane dropping in the sky, disappearing behind buildings, and then exploding into a massive fireball. 242 passengers and crew on board. The plane crashing into a medical college, destroying a dorm and killing several people on the ground as well. Firefighters and rescuers battling those flames, working to untangle the wreckage, trying to recover the bodies inside. The plane breaking up, the tail lodged right into a building. The black boxes are in that part of the plane. They're hoping they unlock some of this mystery. Wow. And tonight, what we're learning about that miracle survivor, the man sitting in seat 11A, you can see walking away from the crash, saying he has no idea how he survived this. ABC's chief foreign correspondent Ian Pannell leading us off tonight from London's Gatwick Airport, where that plane was supposed to land.
Tonight, the chilling final moments of flight AI 171. The London-bound Air India jet roaring down the runway. But immediately after takeoff, the plane struggling to climb, appearing to lose engine power, plunging into a residential neighborhood in Ahmedabad, India, exploding in a massive fireball about 30 seconds after takeoff. Video filmed from a nearby building showing the horror unfolding. The plane, loaded with jet fuel and 242 passengers and crew on board, headed to Gatwick Airport in London. Plumes of thick black smoke billowing from the crash site. Firefighters spraying water on the burning wreckage. The plane slamming into a medical college during lunchtime. You can see the abandoned meals on the tables. Shocking images showing the tail sticking out of a building next to a mangled landing gear. Debris scattered for blocks. At least 246 people killed, including several medical students on the ground, authorities say. And tonight, after police initially said there were no survivors on the plane, Air India making a stunning announcement. One person on board survived. Extraordinary video appears to show the sole survivor, Vishwas Ramesh, limping away minutes after the crash, smoke billowing in the background. He reportedly told local media he doesn't know how he made it out alive. His family here in Britain speaking out tonight, grateful Vishwas survived, but tragically his brother AJ still missing.
When he was on the runway, my dad called him and Vishwas said, "Oh, we're going to take off soon." And then literally like 2 minutes later, he video called my dad. As he crashed, he said, "Oh, our plane's crashed." All of that. I don't know where my brother is. I don't see any other passengers. I don't know how I'm alive, how I exited the plane.
Vishwas reportedly seated in 11A in the emergency exit row. This is the first ever crash of a Boeing 787 Dreamliner, which has had a perfect flying record since entering service in 2011. Tonight, investigators, including the NTSB, poring over those videos, searching for clues.
The 787 is an extraordinarily safe airplane, and so to watch it unable to get airborne raises all sorts of questions. Right. Were both engines operating? Did they lose an engine on takeoff? Or was there something more that caused them to impact the ground just after we're taking off?
David, that flight was supposed to land here at London's Gatwick Airport just a few hours ago. Instead, tonight, families of the victims have been given help and support as they mourn their loved ones. David.
Ian Pannell leading us off tonight from London. Ian, thank you.
Wow. Bro, that sounds nuts. Facts, that sounds crazy as hell. Like, look, I don't fear planes, but that when I see stuff like that, because today, 2025 has been the year, maybe the news been reporting on it, but 2025 just seems like, at least in America, a lot of planes, they take off, or that there's been a lot of accidents that's coming in this year. And this year I was very fearful. You know, so when I went on vacation, I was like, man, I'm gonna drive because I don't know why. I just feel uneasy this year for some reason. So I was like, I'm trusting my gut. I'm gonna drive. Now, this situation is beyond me. This is beyond anybody actually. And if y'all seen the video sees he takes off. Think about it. As soon as you take off, you dive right back down. That's scary. And it's probably the scariest for the pilot that can't control it. And you telling me everybody on board died, but one person. It makes you wonder, who is this person? What is his background? Do we do testing on this individual? Something had to go either perfectly right for him, but dramatically wrong for everybody else. But how? When you're surrounded by those same individuals, there's no way your survival rate would have been a negative 100%. There's no way that you walked out of there unless you weren't meant to die yet. But how? He was damn near unscathed. He literally walked out. He had his cell phone in his hand and everything, limping out, like uninjured almost. This is amazing. But at the same time, it's very tragic, man. That is scary. Imagine that. I want y'all to think about this situation. This is a very deep situation. Man, that's scary. You take off, probably going what, 250 miles an hour. You know you're going fast. You go very fast when you take off in the 747, 787, bro. Something big, fast, quick, just to dive back into land. I hope they figure out what was wrong with that due to the fact that it's a perfect driver, like a perfect flying record. But let's get back to the subject at hand. One lone survivor. Who is this guy? This reminds me of like somebody that's protected. But he's not just anybody. It's like angels that live among us, right? Unless I'm not trying to take it that far. I'm not trying to be this type of guy that's like, oh, it's an angel. Bro, you got to understand, stuff like this don't happen. And when it does happen, you kind of got to like raise the eyebrow a little bit like, who are you? What do you believe in? Who are you associated with? Who are you for real? We need to know. Because something don't add up. There's no way you should have survived that day, but you did. And thank God that you did. But how? And not only that, no leg blown off, the whole thing went into flames. How did you survive an explosion and an impact at hundreds of miles an hour? No one else survived. It wasn't like other people were there and they survived. No one else survived. And also killed other people on ground. How did you survive unscathed? Walking. He walked out of that thing as if he was like had a force field around him. This reminded me of the time that they tried to assassinate Trump. Like if Trump didn't move his head at that exact moment, he would have got hit head on, just like that. It's like something's protecting you. And that kind of brings a little faith back to society. Like, man, there is a God. For those that don't believe, there's definitely a God. There's somebody making sure that other people, they have that person, I believe, and this is just my personal opinion. Y'all tell me in the comment section if you think differently. Do y'all think that individual that survived, he had a force field around him? Because you got to understand, you got to put all these aspects into order. They're probably driving at 200 to 300 miles an hour to get off the ground. Heavy weight, full of jet fuel, in the air, back down, impact at a fast speed. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was locked. He don't even know how. So maybe he was locked in the seat, but I don't know. But obviously he was surrounded by other people unless he was hidden into a certain department. But he walked off unscathed. Well, as soon as that plane landed, big old crowd of smoke, explosion. And he walked out not burnt, barely injured. You get what I'm saying? Impact, none of that. Like, it just protected him. Something protected this man while he was able. And that's something magical that we can't even fathom. That's those type of miracles that some people live all their whole life for. It reminds me of when Trump almost got assassinated. It was like, it's not your time, and you can't go yet. And God is watching over you, or something's watching over you, and it's making sure that you can't leave. It's not your time yet. And we're going to guarantee it ain't your time. Now, this right here reminds me of that situation. You was just in a plane. You're one of one in the world. What is the odds? You're one of one in the world. You survived a very bad crash, unscathed at that. It's one thing if you would have came out crippled, injured, bro. He came out walking. How did you come out walking out of something? The only thing I kind of compare this to is like, did you fall out of the plane before the plane crashed? Completely? Nah, no way, bro. That it could have. It's no way that could have happened because as soon as that plane fell, explosion immediately. There's no way in the world that could have happened, bro. Nah. Unless, I guess he was the pilot, but that wasn't the case. I think he was a passenger. If he was the pilot, maybe that head-on collision, you fell out the plane before the plane. Nah, I don't believe it. Nah, this is it, man. This is crazy. I can't even fathom this. So if y'all can fathom this in the comment section and tell me what y'all think could have happened, the possibility of how he sat. Of course, R.I.P. to all those people that lost their lives that day, which was just yesterday. But man, this is like a miracle. It's beyond a miracle. It's like beyond life. Who is this person? It makes me curious on who is he, what's his path, what's his goals, why was he protected? He's someone important, very important, like so important that he needs to be alive. But who is he? He probably don't even know who he is. That's what I'm thinking. See, I like to get to the nitty gritty of things. But y'all gonna tell me in the comment section what y'all think, how he survived, why he survived. It's almost unexplainable, but he happened. So they say, and so I believe. So y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Don't forget to like the video, and don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Peace.